Right. Castleford have Richie Mathers at full-back. Kirk Dixon, Joe Arundel, Jordan Thompson and Richard Owen are the three quarters. Then at standoff, the ace in the pack, the chase in the pack, Rangi Chase, and Danny Orr, the captain, joins him at half-back. The forwards for Castleford, Paul Jackson, Adam Milner and Steve Snitch. He comes up from the bench to replace Hooby. Brett Ferris, Stuart Jones and Oliver Holmes. And on the bench, Jake Emmett, Martin Aspinwall, Ryan McGoldrick and Darryl Clark. Terry Madison is the boss of the Tigers. For the Rhinos, Brent Webb at full-back. Callum Watkins returns after missing the game against Crusaders on Easter Monday. Brett Delaney, Keith Senior and Ryan Hall. The half-backs to start, Kevin Sinfield, the captain, and Rob Burrow. Then the forwards, Kylie Luluai, Paul McShane and Luke Burgess. Jamie Jones-Buchanan, Chris Clarkson and Carl Ablett. That's the run on 13. On the bench, Danny Maguire, Jamie Peacock, Ben Cross and Ian Kirk. And the Rhinos coach is Brian McDermott.
Thank you, Rod. It's a perfect night for Rugby League. It's a perfect night for the supporters of the Leeds Rhinos and the Castleford Tigers to enjoy what should be a thrilling encounter. Leeds aiming for a third consecutive win on this ground. If they achieve it, they won't go above the Castleford Tigers on the league table, but they will be right on their heels. Castleford, 5th on the ladder, Leeds are 6th. As I said at the start of the programme, they've only finished above Leeds once at the end of a Super League campaign. They finished 9th and Leeds 10th at the end of the first ever year in 1996. Leeds know that Castleford stand 2 points ahead of them now, and they have a game in hand as well, and they have a better points difference also. Castleford endured a demoralising Easter. Can Terry Matterson lift his men now for what is always one of their biggest games of the year? Leeds, though, Steve-O, coming bang into form at just the right time, with the likes of Maguire and Peacock returning. 2 wins from 2 over Easter. They'd love to make it 3 in a row here.
And I'm sure that their coach, Brian McDermott, will be very positive about the return of Jamie Peacock. He's a real idol, of course, for the Rhinos fans. And the mere presence, and there's the coach, Brian McDermott, and the mere presence of the big fella, Jamie Peacock, will certainly lift the side. And I'm sure that Danny Maguire will be eager to get out at some time onto the field of play from the bench and get the combination going with Rob Burrow. Kevin Sinfield, of course, perhaps will then drop into the loose forward position. Well, it's a royal occasion.
Love. Yep. It's brotherly love on the terraces.
Well, I hope you don't want me to join in the fun.
No thanks.
It has been a royal occasion, and we have some royally great stars on display tonight. Castleford, they'd have to start favourites, of course. They, as Rod has already mentioned, they love nothing better than to bring down the colours of this Leeds Rhinos outfit. But I just have a tendency to think that Leeds will have the power off the bench when it counts, and that'll be in the final quarter.
Well, you mentioned coming off the bench, and Danny Maguire will come on the bench. Rod has already mentioned his phenomenal record against the Leeds, for the Leeds Rhinos, rather, against the Castleford Tigers. It's 19 tries down the years that Danny Maguire has scored against them. And, of course, Castleford is Maguire's hometown, I think I'm right in saying. Or, as you know, he's a Leeds lad. It's Rob Burrow, his partner in crime at halfback, who is the local Castleford boy.
Well, the Tigers, of course, they'll be buoyed by the fact that Ryan McGoldrick is back in the side, albeit on the bench, but it does add that little bit of extra sparkle. You just never know what McGoldrick is going to do. He really has the skill, and he's also got the power and the speed. And let's hope that this man, Richard Silverwood, the official late this afternoon, will give both sides plenty of space to display their skills. Marvellous day. Okay, a little bit of a breeze just getting up. And I get the impression that perhaps it may just be an advantage to the Tigers in the first half, but it is swirling.
You know, when most of the country are in a relaxed state, Eddie, and a lot of the people, you know, having a day off, it's important that you get your head on here now to play, and that's perhaps difficult for both these sides. Everybody else around the country is relaxed, not for these two teams.
We're underway then. Dixon's kick-off, it's a high-hanging kick, and Webb underneath it gives it to Luluai. It's a tremendous chase, though, from the kick-off by the Castleford Tigers. and Paul Jackson. He was there first, but this now is Jamie Jones-Buchanan for the Leeds Rhinos. Quick play the ball, McShane taking them on, taking on Adam Milner, and catching Castleford offside. They're not standing square, according to referee Richard Silverwood. First penalty of the match.
And the official is absolutely spot on. Great work by Paul McShane. Really has become a star as this young hooker for Leeds, and of course, golden opportunity. Badir is not in the squad today. We'll be looking.
It's McShane's first start of the season. Here he is again at dummy half, and he gives the ball there to Luke Burgess, who will drive it forward. We saw Leeds, of course, begin the Easter campaign at Bradford last Thursday, and they won the first of their 2 games over the holiday period that they were successful in. They look full of it here at the moment. A drive to the line again here by Luluai. He's held up by 4. McShane's in again at dummy half. Will go down the right channel this time with Ablator, and a slip in front of him by Adam Milner. Last tackle here for Leeds, and has Watkins got in the corner?
I think so.
And so does Richard Silverwood. It's a dream start for the Leeds Rhinos here. And Callum Watkins, who got 2 tries against Hull Kingston Rovers 2 weeks ago, he now has gone top of the Super League try-scoring charts with 9. He was joint top with Ryan Hall at one stage, but Callum Watkins over the whitewash in the corner. It's a tremendous start for the Leeds Rhinos and for the 20-year-old Callum Watkins.
It's a way to finish, but quick hands gave him the opportunity. Beautiful work here from the hooker, Paul McShane. Got them the penalty, got them 35, 40 metres downfield. And they took that short blind side. They had the numbers, and he finished off extremely well. Great pass. Ablett went close, and then you can see the numbers for the Castleford defence. They had them there, but they should have pulled out. Richard Owen had no chance, just drifted in slightly. This man took full advantage.
Leeds leading try scorer then this year. Now Callum Watkins, and Kevin Sinfield here with the opportunity to add the extras. Pushes it underneath the breeze, but pushes it the wrong side of the post. 4-0 though, the Rhinos.
You know, it was a really brave decision by the hooker, Paul McShane, there. It was the last tackle, Eddie. The pressure was on him, and he made the decision. I'm going to see if I can just find enough space on the outside of Richard Owen for Callum Watkins to dive in. Great play from 2 young stars.
Well, great start for Leeds and Callum Watkins. They've flown beneath the radar for much of this year, have the Rhinos. They admit they've been a little bit below their best. But 6 wins and a draw from the first 12 of 2011 actually is a better return than they had in 2010.
Yeah, it's amazing. A lot of people are writing them off so early in the piece. But, you know, when you without Danny Maguire and Jamie Peacock, I mean, we are talking international star.
They're waiting their chance on the bench, those two, as they continue their comeback in Maguire's case and begin the comeback in Peacock's case. Good driving by the legs there from Ablett. He took those two about another 6 or 7 metres towards the halfway line.
Neat inside pass there, Rob Barrow. He's controlling things out there very well indeed. That looked a touch forward. A little bit sloppy there from McShane.
Last tackle, McShane finds Sinfield. It goes up off the boot of Sinfield, but straight up in the air, really. And claimed by Richie Mathers, the former Leeds fullback.
Tremendous work, but also good work there by Sinfield and McShane. Realised they'd give away the penalty if they touched him in mid-air. Would take by the fullback, had to be as well.
Castleford with the first chance, really, to put some pressure on. Trailing 4-0. Steve Snitch.
Well, it was a forced pass by the prop forward, Snitch. And Adam Milner, the hooker, he didn't anticipate it, and not surprising. It was a silly offload. He knows it too.
Well, defeat to Wakefield here last Friday ended a 6-match winning sequence at home for the Castleford Tigers this year. Oh, they've got one against the head here.
Everybody stood around and saying, what happened? Referee says, play on. There's a hooker in amongst them. There's an actual hooker in there.
I think Milner actually hooked it back with the heel too, Steve-O. That's going back to black and white television days.
Oh, dearie me.
That's back to the days when the Queen and Prince Philip got married. Never mind today's celebrations.
Well, of course, the referee had to have a good look at it, Richard Silverwood, because was he striking before the ball went in? But you never know these days, do you? But that is a big turnaround.
Short pass from Rangi Chase found Brett Ferris, but Leeds deal with the threat down that left-hand channel. Here is Rangi Chase again. Now it's with Paul Jackson. Leeds defence looking solid here. Milner waits the dummy half again. Gives it to Rangi Chase. He'll hoist the kick. Looking for a Rundle. Finds a Rundle.
Oh, couldn't handle it. That'll be the dropout. Underneath the 6. He wants to go upstairs, does Mr. Silverwood.
He's also checking whether Joe Rundle was tackled in the air here, as he has possession.
Well, he is tackled in the air by Hall.
I would say there's a challenge for the ball already. I'd like to see it again. I don't know.
Pulled the arm a bit, do you think, when he's airborne?
No, I think he's trying to catch the ball and then just pulling out of it.
I'm with you, Phil, on that one.
It's a contest for the ball, a fair and legitimate contest at high speed.
And I think he realised it when it's...
no, it's not. It's a penalty. Thank you. Apologies accepted, you two.
Yes, I apologise.
Yeah, me too, Eddie, you're right.
It is a special day.
Danny!
Penalty to Castleford. Right on the Leeds line.
You're on the line. Anywhere on that line, take it back if you want.
And Danny Orr will just dump this ball into touch.
Well, lads, go.
So, Steve Snitch now. This time he hangs on to the ball rather than trying to offload it to Milner. Milner's the dummy half. Rangi Chase gets the ball infield and he finds Oliver Holmes. Milner waits again, finds Rangi Chase. Chase pops the ball up. Man was slipping then as he went down into the tackle. Brett Ferris. Chase once again. Gets the ball away. Well picked up. Good ball. And a chance here for Holmes, but he's just held up short of the line, as you can see.
Jones Buchanan, what a ball and all tackle that was.
Rangi Chase slides the kick in behind the defence. Work here for Watkins to do, and he does it very well.
Well, there were plenty of traffic around. It looks as though the Leeds players were going to get stumbling over each other, but the winger said it's mine. How confident is that?
I think we've just seen one of the indicators of why Leeds might just work their way up this league table. Their improvement in their goal line defence, Eddie. Previously this season, in the games prior to today, they would have conceded a try, I feel, at some point there in the last minute or two. But they've found a way here of getting enough people to prevent their opponents from grounding the ball in the in-goal area. And as a result here now, with that kick, they should be out of their own half.
Well, they've gone early. They went on the fourth, didn't wait till the final one.
The ball was flicked and maybe charged down, an attempted charge down by Castleford. That's why Mathers has it just inside his own half of the field. And Richard Owen is immediately enveloped. Down he goes. That is the halfway line that is just in front of him as he gets up and plays the ball on it. This is Milner. 8 minutes gone, Leeds ahead by 4 points to 0. Danny Orr and Stuart Jones. Milner again comes down this right channel to Orr, pops it up to Holmes.
Trying a lot of the inside pass of the Tigers, but it's not full in the Leeds defence. They've been very solid, going up as a unit. Here's a high kick.
It is a high kick, it's a tester for Watkins, this. Oh, he takes that imperiously out of the air.
Well, if he avoids injury and maintains his position in the team, there is no doubt you're looking at one of the contenders for Young Player of the Year in Callum Watkins. He'll certainly make it into the final three if he doesn't win the award himself.
Justin Harris is our special guest here today. 9 minutes gone. Justin leads ahead 4-0. Fair play.
Yeah, I think so. I think Castleford have looked a little bit flat, but you know, just for a period there, the first 4 or 5 minutes they looked flat, and all of a sudden then Rangi Chase injected himself into the play. He touched the ball 3 or 4 times in a set of 6 and real close Leeds have a lot of problems. So if Rugby Chase can keep that ball, I think they've got a chance.
That was a heck of a hit on Kevin Sinfield.
Was it ever? Nothing illegal about it at all. But he just got smashed right on the chest. The head ricocheted back. Boy, this was a tough one. On the shoulder, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not so sure that Sinfield will be too happy about the second little run through.
You know, he's tried to change what he does defensively, Eddie, in the past. In previous times here at Castleford, big teams will get up some speed and run at Rangi Chase, maybe run over him, round him, or through him one way or another. He's decided to try and get to the defender as quickly as he receives the ball, and he thinks that's increasing his chances. It certainly has in this instance, and we just hope that Kevin Sinfield's okay.
You don't think that was a borderline?
I do think it was, but I'm just saying, technically, he's trying to get on the attacker far quicker. It is perhaps a high tackle, yes. I hope he's all right.
I think it's his shoulder that catches Sinfield right on the chin, not his swinging arm.
I think the point Phil's making now, I think Kevin Sinfield will think twice now about going down that side again with Rangi Chase, and he probably won't make as many tackles as he would normally have had to do.
But you said you must marvel at this man who has been knocked out, or just about, he still hung on to the ball. It was an amazing effort there.
It was. Last tackle, and so Brent Webb has to kick from deep.
Not a bad one either than allowing it to bounce.
And it swirled it right in between Jordan Thompson and Richie Mathers, and Mathers said to Thompson, "That's yours." Thompson back from a loan spell at York. He's played in the last couple in Super League and scored a try in both.
Not surprisingly, Sinfield way out on that right-hand side in a defensive pattern. Castleford surely will apply the pressure. Rangi Chase will take this first man, surely.
There is Chase.
That's something that Castleford do more than most of the teams. The halfbacks, Danny Orr, Rangi Chase, they run across and at the last minute just turn the ball back inside. Typical play for the Tigers.
Snitch cut down by the tackle from Luluai. This is the last one now for Castleford. Crossfield, high kick from Danny Orr. That's easy for Callum Watkins. Let's go down to Rod.
Yeah, Eddie, that tackle by Rangi Chase on Kevin Sinfield was right in front of me. It was one you could see coming a split second before it actually happened. And the Leeds medical staff was straight on. And Rangi Chase is involved again here, and he's looking to get away with that. The Leeds medical staff straight on, because if you remember, back in the game at Warrington, he took a really nasty blow to the jaw, and they were concerned it might be a repeat of that injury, and that's why they were so concerned with that injury, but they've given him the thumbs up, Eddie.
Well, they're certainly putting the hits in at the Tigers, and it's upsetting quite a few of the Leeds players who's back playing. There's a little bit of a fisticuffs. It's getting hot.
Burrow, that ricochets off Stuart Jones. He wipes the tackle count down, does Richard Silverwood. Here is Ryan Hall. Cuts in field, Joe Arundel brings him down.
Quick play the ball, and that's brilliant stuff. And he's taking full advantage, is Rob Burrow. Castleford are getting very slow to get back into the line of defence.
McShane to Luluai, and he'll take it forward a further 10 metres. McShane again's got Senior this time as his runner.
Boy, this is getting tough. There is some big hits out there. None of these players are sending Christmas cards this year, that's for sure.
Jamie Jones-Buchanan gets the ball away, and it's lost forward by Burgess. Richie Mathers picking up the pieces for Castleford from this.
Watch Mathers. Well, he had to try to leap over the top.
Dixon thought he was away. Callum Watkins saw to it that he wasn't. This is Richard Owen.
Well, it's a bit sluggish to start with, the Tigers, but they've upped the tempo. And I just get the feeling that the little bit of fisticuffs has just put a bit of fire back in to this Castleford outfit.
Orr pops it up again. Here's Holmes once more. That's tackle number 4. They're 40 metres away. Rangi Chase taking it up the defence, trying to stutter his way past them, but he can't do so on this occasion. Last tackle here for the Tigers. Orr, again, the high kick, this time to Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall took that cleanly enough.
Not only took it cleanly, he just let the legs just drop so that he wasn't going to be pushed over. the in-goal area. It was great work there by the winger.
Oh, Cass, wait.
See, that's the same play that Leeds have just done. They did a Hulky out and Callum Watkins dropped the ball, and we all said it was the turning point in the last possession. Keith Senior passing the ball to Callum Watkins. Just this time he hung on to it. They're still doing the things that they've done in previous match, Eddie, but they're doing them better.
Yeah, Brian McDermott himself admits that they're just a bit scratchy, but still they are getting the results now. McShane off the outside of the boot. He's gone for a 40-20 here. And I think he might have got the 40-20.
Yeah, smart work by the hooker.
No, he hasn't. It's Castleford scrum, says Richard Silverwood. He was short with that.
Well, it's the advantage, isn't it, of a left foot kicker.
Well, this was the amazing scrum. Look at that. He actually strikes. Now, it's up to the referee, Richard Silverwood. Did he strike before the ball was in? And when you think about it, that was a tremendous effort. His foot looked as though it was 6 foot long. Look at this.
Once the ball's played, don't
Here it goes.
Okay.
But let's give him credit for it. I mean, that hooker.
Yes, hooker. You can spell that word as well, I'm sure. Just while we were watching that, the referee, Richard Silverwood, pulled both Brett Delaney and Rangi Chase to him. And he just had a little word of caution in the ear of both players. Since the tackle by Chase on Sinfield, there's a little bit been going on between those two over on that far side.
And it's good work by the referee. You know, Silverwood is instead of stopping the game, he let it flow, and just in the process, just so, you know, get on with it. He's talking more to the players this year. They respect that.
Oh, lads, wait.
That's Stuart Jones. Plays the ball there to Milner, who finds Chase. Showed it to Jackson. Mathers, quick hands. And this is Kirk Dixon. And Dixon suddenly opens up the Leeds defence.
Beautiful stepping run.
He's letting them go with a lot of interference at the play of the ball, both sides at the moment. Kick through, Brent Webb just says, well, let's have a goal line dropout, that'll do.
Safety first, that's the experience coming through. The New Zealanders, a beautiful little delayed kick, wasn't that? You could see the Leeds defence, they'd moved out wide. They anticipated the long ball, and then the kick came through, but he was not going to be fooled, Brent Webb.
It's interesting that you talked about his delayed kick. I think he delays the pass better than any other player in this competition. He's prepared to go to the defenders, Eddie, and almost when you think it's too late, you think the defender's going to make the tackle, he then throws the pass, and it's one of the reasons I believe that so many of the Castleford players have looked so good this season, because of his confidence on holding on to it till that last split second.
Steve Snitch takes it forward on the first tackle, this set of 6 after the goal line dropout. Yeah, a lot of people calling Rangi Chase the man of steel in waiting. We have an ex-man of steel with us. Do you think he's as good as that, Justin, Rangi Chase?
I do. Off what he's shown so far this year, I think he's been absolutely outstanding, and they just got another penalty here. But him and Danny Orr, particularly in this game, now we're just starting to take full control of it. The Leeds side look as though they're about to crack, and with Rangi Chase building pressure in the area as well, I think it's only a matter of time now before the Leeds start to leak points.
Well, that's a huge error from that penalty. They didn't find touch. Callum Watkins coming in and just picking it up out of the air again.
I can't understand why they tried to kick for touch anyway, because I don't think he was intending to gain that much ground anyway, Eddie. The same with Danny Orr on the other side of the field. It's almost as if they're preordained to have a tap that's 10 metres in rather than 20. It wouldn't have made a much of a difference.
Wait. Go.
Well, it was a bit of a lethargic play for touch off the penalty. And Rob Burrow saying that he was caught a bit high then by Milner.
Slight throttle.
Jamie Jones-Buchanan, this is Brent Webb. He goes down in the last tackle, this set of 6. Ryan Hall now. And Burrow.
That was a high shot, not seen. He'll just say play on. Well, I know he's pretty close to the ground, is the little halfback Rob Burrow, but there was little doubt in my mind that there was a stray arm, went right into his mug.
All lads, go.
Arundel just slipped off him, didn't he? But first contact was certainly with the face.
Go. Move!
It's Milner again, and this is Rangi Chase. Here is Richie Mathers. Mathers needs a try for 50 in his career. And the referee shouted held 3 times.
Obviously not hurt by the Leeds players. Sinfield came back for the second bite. It's the first one, and he was being held, so he got a little bit excited. Came back for the third one. Result, penalty.
And this time Castleford make no mistake. They find touch as Jake Emmett, the Welsh international,
All legs. Go.
formerly with St Helens, comes onto the field. This is Jackson. That's a great run from Jackson.
Hold.
Tremendous stuff. Now the switch is on.
Two.
Danny Orr, back to Rangi Chase. Chase attacking the line, finds Mathers. They go wide, and Dixon gets over, I think, does he? This could be a decision for video referee Ian Smith to make.
Shot grounded. Shot grounded.
Well, it's a beautiful change of play that allowed the overlap.
Oh, it's on, it's on his knee.
It's on his knee there. Has he got it down? This no try. Kevin Sinfield saying, "Go upstairs, sir. Go upstairs." He's already gone, Kevin. Don't worry. And I think we all realise that this ball is not terra firma. The knee has stopped it, and then it's smothered. So this should be no try. It's a fantastic effort by Sinfield to get the knee underneath it. No try, sir. Go. And he'll get his wish.
Tremendous work that by Sinfield and by Brent Webb, coming in for good measure as well. We know what this is going to be. The try is turned down, but Castleford retain possession, of course.
It was a beautiful run, though, by the centre, wasn't it? Or should I say the winger, Kirk Dixon. He came full speed.
Chase gives the pass to Stuart Jones.
Move. On the line.
Milner waits. Goes towards the sticks with Chase again. He attacks the line. Shows it to two. Gets the ball wide forward. Forward pass. Richard Owen celebrating. It's a forward pass.
He was in a good position, Richard Silverwood. Owen shakes the head. There's the dummy runner, which they utilise. Well, years ago we used to call it momentum. Nowadays it seems to have disappeared.
Well, there's been so many forward passes not called in Super League this year, but I think on the evidence of that Richard Silverwood's got that call wrong.
Yep, because to me, as soon as Chase passes the ball, he's moving forward. And he's going forward. This should be A-OK, but it's not as according. I mean, that is not forward.
I wonder who's disallowed it, whether it's the touch judge or the referee. You said Silverwood was in a good position. He wasn't actually in line with the ball, was he? But
well,
that was a contender for try of the month that will never actually get viewed because it was disallowed.
Absolutely, a contender for try of the month has just been scrubbed out there. And talking of the try of the month, the current one, the April try of the month, will be named at the end of the match. John Wells will give us the decision. We had the three contenders transmitted on Wednesday in boots and all. And who will it be? Well, stay with us and find out once John has analysed the second half. We'll give you the Iron Brew Try of the Month winner.
And I tell you what, they've had a lot to take from as well, haven't they?
Oh, there've been some fantastic stuff.
Yeah, we've had some great stuff.
That was a contender, you're right.
Yep.
Last tackle here for Leeds. Maguire, who is out there, hoists it. It's claimed by Thompson. Thompson was hurt then in that tackle.
I think it's about time that Teddy Madison was thinking about bringing on to the field of play Ryan McGoldrick. I just think they need someone to just spark them at the moment.
There is Ryan McGoldrick. He hasn't played yet this year. Another solid run from Danny Orr. He has reinvented himself here, hasn't he? I'm not saying he didn't have a good time down at Harlequins, but boy, has he played well this year for Castleford Tigers or what?
Certainly has. He's been the man that's just set things up, the real leader. It's amazing what happens when you come home.
Brent Webb was not happy with the attention he was receiving and showed his displeasure, and Richard Silverwood blew the penalty.
Well, he was hanging on a little bit too long, little doubt about it. They are warned time and time again by the officials. Do not interfere at the play of the ball. Just get your arms away.
Oh, that's an awful play of the ball because there was a Castleford man all over the back of Luke Burgess.
Well, this discipline is creating all sorts of problems for the Castleford side. Teddy Madison's got to sort it out. You can see the rule states get out of the way, not over the top of him. There's no excuse for it. They're getting a little bit frustrated, I'm afraid, of the Tigers.
So this is a great chance here for the Leeds Rhinos as Kirk drives it forward again for them. In this luminescent kit of theirs. Finds Sinfield. Back it comes to Maguire. Maguire, good ball to Ablett. Now, was that forward?
You've got to be strong to take it. This flat pass, it's always a problem.
Here's Maguire again. Now it's Jamie Jones-Buchanan! He's got that down, I think.
Yeah, no worries about it.
Well, they are upset, the Castleford Tigers supporters, because there was certainly a dubious-looking forward pass involved in the build-up. And just remember, of course, that he gave Leeds the benefit of the doubt just a few moments ago when Rangi Chase's pass was ruled forward to Richard Owen. That didn't look forward at all on our cameras. You make your own minds up about these two.
Well, we've seen this one. This is the build-up to it. And that's forward, no doubt about it. Danny Maguire delayed the pass. And is this one forward? That could have been breached as well. Good finish by Jamie Jones-Buchanan. The crowd here not happy at all watching the replay of this.
That one I think's all right, Steve. It's the first one.
That one there is a big problem. And I think there's a little bit of doubt about this. Yes, definite. What about the next one? Makes no difference. It's on the board. This is the one. I think that was slightly forward as well. They're lucky to get away with it. But Maguire is happy, and rightly so. Good positioning by the big second rower, Jamie Jones-Buchanan. Leeds are taking control. Castleford, they've got a big hole to dig themselves out of.
Sinfield adds the extras this time, and it's 10-0 to the Rhinos now. Jamie Jones-Buchanan's try being booed by the Castleford supporters, being cheered to the rafters by the Leeds fans. He started all 13 so far as JJB. This is the dubious one.
I think it's forward.
Difficult for us to tell. Arundel was right in the view of it from our lens, but it was questionable. And we've all been complaining, haven't we, about the so-called forward passes that have been allowed to go.
Well, nearly every pass that is given out by the Leeds Rhinos will be questioned by the partisan crowd here at the Coliseum.
You know what is impressive is the return of Danny Maguire. 7 months after such a serious knee injury. I mean, Danny Maguire himself, the Leeds medical staff and the sports scientists who work at that club have done a remarkable job, and that really is the teamwork involved in sport now. People off the field as well, to help him get back to what I believe and what I hear. He's actually now faster than he was 18 months ago when they did some tests at Leeds, so he's managed to regain his full capacity in that knee.
Well, at the moment, Richard Silverwood's caning the Tigers with the whistle. Here's a penalty for ball stealing. Didn't look much of that. Well, like lazy carry by Ablett.
It seemed a combination of both. That Jackson got to the football to start with and just tried to get the arm away. Glum look on the face of Terry Madison because he knows that his side are not clicking. They're not getting into the stride at all. The defence is a little bit shaky too. And they've got to sort themselves out at the first and second markers. On many occasions, the Rhinos have taken full advantage.
Here's another chance for Leeds to post more points. Burrow finds Ablett. He's cut down at full speed.
Now will we see Maguire? Will we have him with the twinkle toes?
This is Sinfield. Out it comes to Senior. Jordan Thompson gets to Senior with a couple of helpers.
Brilliant play by the centre, Thompson. Anticipated the long pass there from Sinfield.
Hall gets it away to Maguire. And it's Oliver Holmes who effects the tackle on Maguire. This is the last one for Leeds. And Sinfield drills the kick in. It's brilliantly picked up by Richard Mathers.
Oh, what a take on the half volley. Difficult kick through. They were aiming for the padding on the post. Great positioning by Mathers.
You know, Leeds have a great appetite though for defence. As the kick goes through here, and Richard Mathers, a remarkable return. But soon as that, once that tackle was made on Mathers, the Rhinos players who were back onside were determined to get up quickly and almost attack Castleford, even though the Tigers are the ones with the ball.
This is Martin Aspinwall, who's on the field for Castleford, wearing number 20, and he's got the head bandaged. Chase pops the ball up.
Nice offload.
This is Mathers. Good offload from him as well. Rangi Chase through a couple. Couldn't get through Maguire though, and loses the ball in the process. It went backwards. They're asking for 6 to go. Mathers with a kick to the corner. It's a great kick too. And Webb to the rescue.
Brilliant play from both sides. Top quality stuff.
Jamie Peacock, the return is imminent. Here he comes. To a tremendous ovation.
Beautiful kick through. Brent Webb. That's the 3rd time he's saved a bacon for those loyal fans, and what a moment for this fella.
Back on the ground where he was so critically injured last season. Meant the end of him.
A lot of people, Eddie, that say, you know, Jamie Peacock will be nervous or all that sort of thing and worried about the injury. No, he won't. He'll go 100% straight away. He can't wait to take this ball up.
I think he is nervous. I've never seen him do that little jump that he did there, you know, trying to pump himself up.
Good goal line dropout from Sinfield, collected by Orr.
Good reception.
And straight into the tackling stint, Jamie Peacock.
Brian McDermott will be very, very pleased with the Leeds defence. They've been extremely solid. They've forced Castleford every time they've launched an attack into doing nothing else but, apart from the pass and the disallowed try, they've utilised the kick.
Jake Emmett to his feet. Milner waits. Oh, that's an awful pass, but well picked up by Rangi Chase. How did he manage to keep hold of that round his bootlaces? Mathers. That was
back to 6.
Back to 6. It was Watkins who got a hand to it.
I think Watkins went for the intercept.
Yes, he
did. And found himself lost. That's going to be a penalty. It should be a sin bin. It should be. That's a professional foul.
Anyway, on there. Offside.
Made no attempt to get over the line. It just crawled away, patted the ball back.
Look, the ref explained the rules to him there. He says you don't have to kick it back, you can walk back with the ball. He's walked back and kicked it into touch.
Doesn't matter. Safety first. He's making sure that the referee's got it right.
I'm not sure you can actually walk back and then kick it into touch.
Emmett, the 5 metres away, Castleford. What would they give for a try here? Danny Orr, Mathers, and that's Stuart Jones. Good defence though from Leeds. Maguire, Senior and Peacock. Mathers again, here's Orr. Aspinwall.
Will they kick early? Will they try to confuse this Leeds outfit?
Danny Orr again, Rangi Chase. Chase flat pass, but just goes forward. And it's picked up by, it was Dixon who came up with a mistake. And it's Clarkson, isn't it, who picked up the loose pieces for the Rhinos.
Yeah, this game now is in real danger of slipping away from this Castleford side because they've had a lot of pressure on the Leeds side in good ball area and just not been able to score. They started to get a little bit agitated now. They're starting to push the pass. I think Leeds are starting to show the dominance now in this side.
Senior loses that.
A little bit too fancy with too much pressure. The defence was solid then. I still think it's a problem, Eddie, in regards to the way that Brian McDermott wants to keep this ball alive deep within their own half. When safety first perhaps would be the better option. That's a bit lazy there from Peacock. Lashed out, he's got the penalty.
He saw it, did Richard Silverwood. Maybe just a bit ring rusty. Jamie Peacock after 7 months and more out.
Yeah, call it whatever you like. It's it was a high shot. And he's struggling, you know, it's Jamie Peacock. He's finding the pace very difficult. Only been on the field a few moments.
Arundel with the first drive. Milner, dummy half. And McGoldrick, the man that you called for, Steve-O. Just on. A drive for the line. It's by Adam Milner. Well repelled by this Leeds goal line defence. McGoldrick is there again. Back it comes to Rangi Chase. Chase trying to skip inside. Ablett gives it to Danny Orr. Fooled everybody then, Orr. Changes direction. Aspinwall goes straight for the line. Again, solid Leeds defence, and it's Peacock once more. Milner. Out they come to McGoldrick. Then they find Rangi Chase. Wide to Owen, and that's forward. Same two, same combination, same decision. I think maybe this one possibly was. Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's your fault, Eddie. This keep mentioning so many forward passes in all the games we cover.
Well, it's on every website you read, Phil. Every newspaper that you read, they're all complaining, the supporters, about so many forward. And this fella's mentioned it a few times as well.
Yeah, I have, but I think on that occasion, you know, I mean, many years ago we all complained about this momentum rule, but I think on both occasions, Castleford have been undone. Because it looks as though they've just forgotten about it, the officials.
Well, nobody ever complained about the momentum rule, Steve. They only complained about you mentioning it every week. That was the only thing that everybody was complaining about.
But it's in the rule book. They think that I made it up. I didn't. It's in the rule book.
Well, the word momentum is, and it always has been. You haven't made it up, you're right.
Thank you.
You've made a few things up.
The referees made him up as far as I'm concerned, because he's two bad decisions. Terry Madison, the Tiger coach, will be fuming, and he's every right to be.
Well, I'm a bit like yesterday. I fear for the Tigers here now, having had so many chances to score, behind 10-0, and having watched the Leeds Rhinos for the last decade quite closely. I know that they can spring here. When they're under pressure, one of the players will come up with an amazing game-turning play as Owen just traps the ball. Can the Tigers maintain their concentration here now in the remaining 7.5 minutes?
Owen did trap the ball, Phil, you're right, but it wasn't anything that someone at Leeds United would have been concerned about. It was a bit of an awkward trap, but never mind. They've got possession. That's the most important thing as far as they're concerned.
Hang on, they have a round ball. How's it oval? It's very difficult.
Well, the scoring records this season indicate that the Tigers are good now here, leading up to half-time. 11 tries in this final 10-minute period before the break. Can they find the 12th?
That was a grapple tackle, I think, by Keith Senior on Ryan McGoldrick.
This is exactly what they needed. But they've got to change their tactics slightly as well. They've been utilising bringing the full-back into the second phase, centre running through, second rower running as a dummy runner.
Well, typically they'll take it to the middle and then they'll switch back to this side. That's how they scored until Sinfield got his legs under the ball previously. Will they put that play on again?
Milner, they're 10 metres away, the Tigers. He finds Aspinwall. And Aspinwall is underneath the Leeds posts. Milner again. Chase, trying to fool everybody. Rangi Chase. They hold him up.
Boy, beautiful dummy, but straight into the chest of Jones Buchanan.
McGoldrick just delayed. Milner.
This is where you need a dummy half run. Hasn't been many.
Chase. Back it comes to Orr. Here is Mathers. Oh, Mathers loses it. It's picked up by Brent Webb. Chase getting stuck in again with the tackle.
Beautiful play there. Low, as always, Rob Barrow.
That's high.
Yep.
That will relieve the pressure on Leeds.
He got a bit excited, didn't he, Rangi? Rangi Chase made right round there. Grapple. Well, it's not been the vintage cast as we've seen early in the season.
No, they've just lost their way in the last month or so, haven't they? Jamie Peacock with the run. They're still bubbling around near the top of the table, but they haven't won for the last 3. McShane. This was a big test of them today against Leeds. Of course, every flat pass that Leeds now put in, there is a scream from the terraces of the people in yellow up forward, and here is a penalty because Ferris and co were interfering, wouldn't let the man up and play the ball quickly.
And not surprising, Leeds have opted to go for the 2 points. Well, it's been frustrating for that man, Terry Madison, in regards to those tries disallowed.
Well, it's a bright future they're looking at here. 12 months ago, they'd just been knocked out of the Challenge Cup by Barrow. Some were calling for Terry Madison to go. But the board and Terry, they held their nerve. And here we are in 2011 with Castleford very much up amongst the big boys.
And he deserves a lot of praise as well, does Terry Madison, with the introduction of so many of these youngsters from the local area. And they've done the club proud.
Sinfield adds the extras. That's almost academic from that range. 12-0 to the Leeds Rhinos. Brian McDermott will be very pleased with the first half's work. Terry Madison might just be a bit concerned about the forward passes that have been called against his men, which has denied Richard Owen the 2 tries in the corner.
Well, the positive that he will be getting for Terry Madison is the fact that they can breach this Leeds side out wide, especially on that left hand. Now, this is really up the jumper time, but the Tigers will be wanting to force the error.
There's a great hit on Ian Kirk by McGoldrick. That stopped him dead in his tracks. Here's Peacock. Good to see him back, Jamie Peacock. Missed the back end of last season, Challenge Cup, and of course the Four Nations. Great offload by Jamie Jones Buchanan. McShane, senior gets it away to Ryan Hall. He's faced by Thompson and he steps out of the challenges. Great tackle though by Danny Orr.
Should have passed though. He had Brett Webb on the inside. Take nothing away from his effort. But he had the opportunity for the inside pass. Webb would have been away.
Here's Sinfield, finds Maguire. Webb with a fumble and a fall. Just losing the momentum slightly.
Chip over the top.
Sinfield. That was charged down, was it? It's Castleford's ball.
That was good. They applied the pressure there, and Sinfield couldn't get it away. Got to be careful now, Leeds. Not to give away a penalty.
Ferris doing well. Stuart Jones.
Good. Move. Hold. Go. Good.
Mathers to McGoldrick. McGoldrick then gets the ball away.
Move. Hold.
A penalty here now because Ryan Hall wouldn't get it off Joe Arundel.
Danny Orr says, let's get on with it. And he's done that. Punched it straight into the corner. Now then, if they've got a set pattern move on here, this is where you've got to produce it. Rangi Chase coming back on the inside, or maybe the full-back Richie Mathers.
Darryl Clark's out there. Gives it to Aspinwall.
They're setting up.
He makes good progress, Aspinwall, every time he has the ball in hand, gets them underneath those Leeds sticks, but then the Leeds defence seems to rise to the occasion. Rangi Chase, McGoldrick,
tackle by Senior.
Tremendous. Chase again. Mathers picks it up. What would he give for a try against Leeds? Clark waits. Chase again. Ferris. Back to Chase. It's Clark once more. Darryl Clark nearly through. Important tackle that was by Kirk. It's the last one here for Castleford. He goes to the air looking for Arundel. All he does is find Ryan Hall.
Tremendous take under so much pressure. Joe Arundel there, waited until he got down, but Ryan Hall, Cass obviously feel that there's a little bit of a problem with him taking it. We saw a beautiful take early in the game from Callum Watkins out on the right-hand side, but on the left winger, that was a superb jump.
Almost at half-time. Callum Watkins.
Move. Hold. Go.
There's the half-time siren. This will be the last play of this first half, and Maguire's made a break. He's on his own though, but it's a kick here for Delaney to chase. But Richard Owen, he deals with the threat. And then what's Richard Owen going to do here? Is he going to go length of the field? Is he going to go length of the field? If it gets pinched here, they're in trouble. That'll do. Well, the referee being roundly booed by the Castleford fans for disallowing the 2 tries to Richard Owen out wide. But Leeds have certainly showed their class. An opening minute try from Callum Watkins. Then 20 minutes or so of nip and tuck before Jamie Jones-Buchanan went over for the second. Sinfield added the goal to that, and then Sinfield kicked the penalty 4 minutes before half-time that give us the half-time score of 12-0. Peacock is back though for the Rhinos. Maguire's out there as well, and Leeds leading at half-time by 12-0.